Alright, what is good, people? Welcome to the Founders Cut, episode 1.
When I don't play, get no fuck what you say, I made millions because I'm a laddie.
Fucking on this shit,
From the city, used to serve on the south, I made rack. Ain't on the kid, I don't know why, I'm just trying to hit the bank, get another deposit.
So yeah, I definitely thought I would never be here creating like a YouTube introduction to a YouTube channel. For context, my name is Callum. I own e-commerce businesses, so direct-to-consumer companies that sell to customers in North America, UK, Europe, and Australia. I've been doing this for around about 4 years now. And across all of the brands, have around about 40 to 50 team members, and we're growing at like a rapid rate. And a lot of them you're gonna see, because I'm documenting building them in public. The reason why I'm creating this channel is because of, I feel, fulfillment. And I kind of want to break that down. When I was first starting out, the thing that motivated me to work was out of pain, out of the fact that there was a lot of pessimism around me building e-commerce businesses, and especially in the UK, going against the grain, we have a very pessimistic culture that rewards traditional education and rewards traditional paths of career development. It's a very polarizing dynamic. And to be building a business in the UK, again, I'm extremely blessed to grow up in that country, because the benefits that came along with that and the advantages I had, I do not take lightly at all. It's just simply a reflection on the way that this country views entrepreneurship and doing anything against the grain. And I used that pessimism that was around me for what I was doing as fuel to get up at 4 a.m, sometimes even like 3:30 before I go to my 9 to 5, to research products, to research business ideas, to launch advertisements. And what I quickly realized is that once you get that financial security and you prove yourself to people around you that it's possible, you quickly find that what motivated you to get there isn't going to be the same source of motivation that's going to get you to your next level in life and in business. I'm still seeking out what this source of motivation is. I feel like I do have an understanding, which is to create incredible life for my current and future family, reach a broader audience of my younger self and people that I feel that could really benefit from the mental models that I've developed throughout my 4-year journey as an entrepreneur. I want to extrapolate all of the lessons from the lows and the highs and package that in content to create impact. So without further ado, let's roll the vlog. Yo, what is good, people? Good morning. We're about to head to Phuket, Thailand. 5 nights there, and then we're gonna hop to Koh Samui for 5 nights too. Going with 2 other boys that live with me here in the villa. So yeah, let's get it. Sorry, Cap. Oh my days, this is crazy. Literally just pulled up to the crib now. It's unbelievable. I think it's important to pop out sometimes, like refresh your environment. Yeah, see some of the world, because I'm literally we're just stuck behind our desk all day. It's not as glamorous as people make it look. Super excited to kind of make a lot of progress. New team members, a lot of things are happening. So yeah, I'll check in with the team in a sec. But let me take you around the rest of the crib.
No, I'm never gang banging in my blue chucks. Money calling, so I threw the deuce up. Yeah, they plotting on me, but they gotta do something.
Yo, morning, people. It's like 9:50 right now. Definitely still feeling that jet lag for sure. I'm gonna film some content for Create as well today, the whole course basically, and got a call with my main C-suite team just to kind of go over the focus for the week. Gonna get some breakfast, probably hit the pool, crank some workout again today as well, and then I think we're gonna hit the shooting range today. Yeah, just explore a bit more of Phuket.
This is stir fry, and then this is deep fried vegetarian spring roll, and then that is the beef massaman curry. The last one is the perfect fried noodle Thai style. We call pad Thai. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Let's reignite that flame. I fought some hoes, they ain't quite the same. I've got more money than all of my elders, even though they are twice my age.
Actually just finished up some breakfast, then smashed out some work, and now basically we're headed to the shooting range. We're gonna film a kind of podcast, and then we're headed out for dinner. Yeah, one thing about Asia, man, is it's so beautiful, but the insects do annoy me. I can't lie. Asia obviously has incredible weather for the most part, beautiful oceans, great people, especially in Thailand, the culture is just incredible. I used to live here for a little bit. Beautiful weather, friendly people, insane cost of living in terms of good, but the bugs, and I guess also the time zone, and for someone that obviously has family in the UK, you do definitely feel it a bit more here when you're out traveling here, or even if you decide to move here and live here in Thailand, or Koh Samui, Phuket, Bali, you are definitely ahead quite a bit time zone. And I feel like Dubai is perfect. Once you kind of hit that 10 to 15k a month, Dubai is the move because of time zone, tax, and also just your environment you're going to feel the energy of the city like no other. It's just motion, it's go. Like everyone there is, you can't be there and not have some sort of motion, because it's expensive to live, and the environment and the people around you just show that there's just levels to everything. You know, like I thought on my days, once you do 100k a month in revenue, like that's the huge milestone, and it is. But going to somewhere like Dubai, you find out people are doing that in a day, and then you find out people are doing like $500,000 in a day in revenue. So it's just like, it really expands your mind in terms of like what's possible. About to head to the shooting range. Yeah, we'll see you guys.
B.I.G., what are you saying? My baby this big as it gets. Running it up like my crib at the top of the hill. Really though, that's cause it is. I cut the ass off, but fuck it, don't cut me a check hole. It is what it is. Run that shit back, turbo.
Yo, podcast about to go down right now. Stay tuned, let's see what we cook. Your journey shouldn't be easy. Like adversity gives you so much strength, man. Like it really does. And I feel like as a Caucasian male growing up in the West, I haven't faced any of that since when I was growing up. I came from like a middle class background. Like what adversity have I faced? And I really think that God really showed me like a big lesson when I had like my biggest low of my life. Like went from having $50,000 in my bank account to having minus $5,000 in about 2 weeks. And it was a mixture of things. I mean, I had a brand doing well, and then essentially like, you know, a portion of those sales got put in a reserve, because obviously something, as you guys know, with Shopify, they can, you know, put 20% of your revenue into a pot and have a reserve, because they're scared at how fast you scale. And I trusted a source who would help me, you know, get the money back, because he had connections at Shopify, and I consistently scaled when he was sending me updates and things like that on, you know, me getting the money back. Big mistake from me, but you know, I ended up getting scammed for $1,500 and essentially not accessing that reserve for 9 months. And you know, on top of that, the ad account that I was in, I got hacked $10,000 in my you know, Facebook ad account, and it was just like a trio of really stressful events that kind of led me to losing, you know, nearly $55,000 in 2 weeks. And I had an Amex bill that I couldn't pay. I was in the middle of Koh Samui on my own and on an island. I literally broke down, and I was like, you know, I'm so grateful for that moment, because God really showed me like what a taste, a slither of adversity that people in this life have. And I really feel like that if you really channel that and you use that adversity, like it can be your superpower, because you really know what it feels like to be powerless, to feel like you have no money, you have like, you're just down so bad. And one thing that I'd really give advice to anyone in that moment is that if you go through a similar situation, you realize that if you've been doing it for a year, 2 years, whether it's an agency or any business model, yeah, you've lost all your money, but you haven't lost your skills. And what you need to do is just learn how to apply those skills, apply all of those lessons that you've you know, encountered through that process, and just build back up.
Like, for example, you know, going through an L like that, I would see it as like, wow, like this is going to be sick for my documentary one day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I actually know, you know, I'm not sure maybe when this will come out, but I know for sure that you did document parts of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's going to be incredible to actually look back on one day, you know, and kind of compare it to obviously how things are now or how things will be in 2 to 4 years time, you know, when you look back on things like that. And also, bro, one thing that I will say is, you know, we're headed to Koh Samui literally in a couple of days time, and I also think that that's going to be very cool to be back there, you know, in the position that you are now, you know, the man that you are now, compared to whatever it was a year or two, maybe 2 years ago, you know, when that was all going on. I think that's going to be really nice.
Damn, bro, I'm getting emotional.
Sure, bro.
Deserved it.
For sure, man.
Every bit of it.
You fucking earned this shit, man.
It's beautiful though. It's beautiful emotion. The happiness, the tears, everything is beautiful emotion. That's life. It's not just one emotion, bro. That's what makes up life, bro. That's what makes it worth it, bro.
Yeah, feeling very grateful to be able to come to locations like this and just to be able to like work and be out here with my closest friends is just super special. And I really feel like for the type of people that are obviously watching this video, and you're super motivated, you're super like focused on grinding and scaling and things like that, it's just I think it's difficult for people like us to really like be present and to really like just pause for a second and really appreciate yourself for how much work you put in to get yourself to where you are now. And it's something that I struggle with a lot. Like, I'm really, really, really hard on myself in terms of, you know, I'm not doing enough work, I'm not doing enough revenue, I'm not doing enough profit, even though, you know, we're doing well. You shouldn't always be in go, because you leave no space for you to think, and to appreciate and to have gratitude. So yeah, just savouring this one today. What are you saying about fit for tonight? Rocking the Mary T, what is that, cargos as well. And I've got off-white kicks. Let's get it.
Shit. Says she wanna go Turks, okay, that works, now pack that bag. Most of the time I'm calm, I'm cool, but shorty turn man mad. Slim, thick, skin, tight, let me kick that.
Yo, morning. They just finished up some breakfast and now I think we're gonna head to this place called Coral Island, which is like beautiful island, like turquoise water. And yesterday we wrapped up the podcast. Kind of got a bit emotional, I guess at some points, because the last time I was in Koh Samui, I basically went completely broke. So obviously going back this time in a very different position, it's going to be emotional, but also just going to feel very proud going back and knowing the kind of the mountains I've moved since coming back from there. So yeah, we're going to take you guys along with us to Coral Island. It's going to be a vibe.
Yeah. Surf, whoa. I totally come shit up, no cap. Young sex, fuck it by pink Mercedes. I make fours every year, little baby. I don't like no long nails on my lady. Is it you they can't prevail that I'm shady? White toes and high heels, she the
I thought we were gone. It's a bad influence.
Winning is problematic. People like you more when you working towards something, not when you have it. Way less support from my peers in recent years as I get established. Sometimes I gotta just make sure that I didn't lose you. Did I lose you?
I dig a vibe, sticking and digging outside. She ain't got no way but got thighs. Hop in the coupe and let's ride. I put Chanel on the high. Took her ring for surprise. Maybe backseat that recline. Roll up some cookie, get high. I can't even lie, I'm feeling your vibe. Yeah, I wanna dig in her thighs. She fuck with a winner, that pussy a prize. We shopping everything she want.
Alright, good morning people from beautiful Koh Samui. Just a few things that I kind of wanted to get off my chest is that the difference in life quality when you approach business the right way is night and day. When you're drop shipping, and I'm speaking from experience here, you're basically building a marketing engine which solely relies on the first acquisition of a customer. And that is the last time that you're going to have that customer, because you have incredibly long shipping times and you have pretty mediocre and average product quality. And the way that you move past that, and almost what that actually yields itself, drop shipping, is no repeatability, no repeatable business, and you're not building an asset. And when you're solely relying on one acquisition, and that's it, your first acquisition, and no one is coming back, you're basically setting yourself up for failure, because your market has a certain addressable market, right? Let's say you're in, you're selling coffee, for example. What you're essentially doing is you're burning through market share, because every time you're increasing your ads and you're putting more money into ads, you're acquiring more customers. You're basically just burning through it, and you're taking no customers with you because no one likes your experience and no one likes your product. When you really, really make the pivot from drop shipping to fully brand building, you become obsessed with your customer experience. And that's really on two factors. The first is product quality, and is honestly more important than shipping, because if the product doesn't do what you said it says it does, or it doesn't even exceed expectations, you're going to get no repeatability. You need to move from 15 days to 5 days with a 3PL in that country that your main market is in, or partner with an international 3PL like Econflow that is able to ship within 5 days internationally. I'm going to talk a bit about what those two things do to your business when you focus on those things and how you can do those things. On a product standpoint, you need to be using focus groups to conduct surveys on the quality of your product, how it solves your problem, and then basically get a flywheel attached to that. For one of my main brands, we're in the underwear category, and for our product, we've had maybe 8 samples so far, and it's constant iterations. It's constant, how can we improve? We've got like a focus group of 30 people that we send new updates to the sample. We're constantly looking for new, better material. We're constantly looking for ways to serve our customer on a higher level through a product standpoint. Your business is literally going to start to grow on autopilot because you've now harnessed the most powerful growth channel and growth mechanism for D2C brand building or any form of business, which is word of mouth, especially with e-commerce, because you sell to, if you're scaling, you're selling 20,000, 30,000 units a month. If just 1 out of 10 people recommends that to a friend, the amount of new customers you're going to get organically just through obsessing over your customer experience is going to be exponential. And people think, oh no, I should spend more time on the front end because then I can outbid my competitors, I can do all of this. But do that and this, and in 6 months' time, you're going to dominate your competitors, because the fact is that your largest portion of revenue, or 30% of your revenue, or 25% of your revenue is going to come from returning customers. You're going to be in a position in 6 months' time where if you're doing $1 million a month, okay, $200,000 a month of that revenue is going to be returning customer revenue. So think about what that's going to do to your bottom line profit. The real money is actually in the exit and the enterprise value that you build through these businesses in direct-to-consumer brand building. The valuation you're going to get is going to be night and day compared to someone who's just drop shipped, made maybe 10 million, 15 million, and their returning customer rate is like 3%, 4%, because they have a product quality and they do not, they haven't moved to a 3PL, or they haven't moved to a solution who can ship that product and that experience in 5 to 7 days. It takes a lot of delayed gratification, because especially if it's your first winning product, you're going to just want to crank the ads up, to get that first, financial base, for yourself. If you can really have delayed gratification and just wait a second and really focus on and becoming obsessed with your customer experience on the product and shipping level and even packaging level and experience, you're going to blow everyone out the water. Yo, 2:39 a.m. Friday night, and sometimes it's not that pretty, man. Friday night, a lot of people are out partying and doing their thing, but and especially at this level, a lot of people can get comfortable. Yo, that better not be a mosquito, man. If you know me, you know that I hate mosquitoes. Okay, it's not a mosquito, that's good. It's just like a little fly. One kind of thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that I really think people get shiny object syndrome when they get a lot of opportunities, and especially once you kind of start making a name for yourself, or you start getting extremely skilled in your craft, like deal flow is going to come. I get offers to partner on brands a lot. I see opportunities so much, and I really think one thing that I've learned is that less is more. And it's really honestly like when you have that simplified focus, it's really when you can create that separation between you and the market. Just be very, very careful with your energy, and if you do want to become excellent at 2 things, you need to make sure that you have big amount of leverage within that second thing, because if you don't, you'll get beat in that whatever the first thing is that you did or does make your money, by someone who's just fully in on that thing. They'll take your spot. Just some food for thought at 3 a.m. basically, on a Friday night. Yeah, if you're ever in Thailand, you gotta try this. I think it's called Yadom. It's it kind of clears your airways and it makes you kind of relaxed. Yeah, alright, good night guys. We'll see you in the morning. Peace.
Ay. And I'm right back in the A. smooth, I ain't leave him no trace. Rest on me, fresh out the chase. You got it off the display. I got it from the runway. I got it. Fuck it, I go out the blank. Don't do this shit for the fame. Stacking these Benjamin Franks. You rich, they don't give you no rank. You thinking it's that, but it ain't. Pulling up all kind of ways. I got this hoe on the scroll. Bitches like Marilyn Monroe. Can't beat me, I'm standing 10 toes.
Welcome to the Founders Cut episode 2, or Weekend of Life, the Buy edition. Let's get it.
We're gonna go right to shadow boxing, lead combination, nice combinations, and we're gonna be good today.
Man, there's something about this killing car. It's a beautiful car, man.
Bend it over, touch your toes, let's go. Touch your toes. 50 big ones on the floor, let's go. Lambo truck on SRT, let's go.